Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. It's photooftheweek.com. It's photo of the week time, except it's going to be photos of the week. As you know, or some of you may know, that Saturday during this period of time, what was it, June 4th, I was photographing the Roots Picnic at Festival Pier, and it's my job to photograph the whole show for the venue, capturing the scene, get the bridge in the background, get the people in the background, get great pictures. And, I had to get my own access to be on stage. I walked up on stage because I had a backstage pass, and I was stopped by one of the guys who's like, well, nobody's allowed to shoot from stage. So then I'm like, is there somebody I could speak to? And then he pointed me in the direction of the Roots stage manager, and I talked to him nicely, and I said, yeah, he's telling me that, you're not letting anybody on stage right now, but this is what I am doing. I laid it out for him so that it made it difficult for him to say no, because I was like, listen, I'm photographing for the venue. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. Would you allow me to do that? And the only stipulations there were that I don't shoot during changeovers, which is great. That means I'm staying out of the way while they're setting up the new band to play and all the wires and all the amps and all the guitars, but I can come up during the concert and shoot from the stage up until Esperanza Spalding came up, because at that point the Roots were on stage and he didn't want me up there at that time, and that was fine, because that allowed me during the day to get the photos of the venue, showing a ton of people there, showing the bridge in the background, and showing the whole scene that this is a really great place for music. So I asked for it, I got it, even though they weren't allowing anybody up there. They gave me permission because I asked, and that was all that mattered. So I just want to go through a few of some of these photos. I'll edit some of them because I know some of you want to see how I tweak them. But this is one of a band called Dismemberment Plan. I actually like them. And they did have that 90s sound. And then somebody told me that they were from the 90s, as in they were big then. So I like this photo because it shows the scene. It shows the bridge in the background. That's what they like to see. Oh, that's the garage door opening. And it shows the band on stage, so it gives that feel that there's a lot going on. This is really cool. So let's move up to the next one and see what we got. So off on the side of the stage, well, you can see in the background back here that you have people standing. This is the area where backstage pass holders were allowed to watch the show from. That's where they first sent me to shoot, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to work out. I need to be anywhere I want to go. So let me go back and how I did this. And of course, some people are going to rip on how I edit my files, but this is my personal preference for how to edit my files, and this is how I do it. This is what I find works for me. I like to pump my contrast. I don't mind losing detail in certain areas because there's certain things that I'm going for when I'm editing, and it's my style. People can look at a photo and go, that's a Jared photo. I know that editing and I know that style, and that's good. I form that on my own, and you guys can form your own, and that's why I'm not a big fan of ripping on people's editing fully. We each have a style. Whatever you like, stick with it and go for it. You're not going to make everybody happy. So, vibrant saturation, yes, I could hit the black and white button. Doesn't really matter. There we go. Boom. Contrast. Hello. Exposure slightly because I'm going to bump my black levels up. And I just like how thick it is. Do I care that I'm losing the detail in the hair? Not really, because the focus here is on this keyboardist's face. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. It's the face. That's what I'm going for. That is what I want. That is the look that I want, and that's what I'm getting right there. Throw my general sharpening in there, and for those of you who want to ask what that is, it's right here, 45, 1, 39, and 70, and boom, we're off to the next image right here. This is an interesting band called Ariel Pink. Really loved the sound that they were coming up with. The lead singer, very experimental. I hear that he walks off stage and lets the band finish if he gets pissed off or something, and the crowd was yelling at him. They weren't handling this too well, but I loved the sound. Great sound. Then there was this, he stopped singing, he went off to the side, he got his cigarette, went down at a low angle. It's nice and sharp right on his face, shot at 1/500th of a second f, 3.2, ISO 1600, only 1600 because it's outside, fast enough shutter speed with the 70 to 200 VR, and I left VR on because I've noticed that it really helps a lot to have that VR on sometimes. It helps just it gives it that extra sharpness, and that's good when I'm using a faster shutter speed, because sometimes at the slower shutter speeds I may get some movement, but that could be caused to me. But I like this image. This is something that you wouldn't get if you were in the pit. And then this is a wide shot that gives you the feel that, hey, you're sitting behind the drum kit, and yeah, you're sitting behind the drum kit. I'm just going to pump up my contrast a little more, pump up that. Boom. It's already edited mostly, and I'm going to pull back. I didn't like that. But yeah, this is showing the whole scene. You've got this tent to the left. It's showing there's advertising, so they can sell, look, advertising here, the stage, people packed, different things you can see here, especially the bridge in the background and all the lights. This is what they want to see from me. And then I walked out to the front of the stage just to show the packed area. Again, this is good for whatever they want to use it for. And then here we go. I saw this happening. This is a drummer for the band, Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. I've shot them before, and I saw him sitting on this drum. I just saw him sitting backstage. I actually took 4 or 5 different pictures at different zoom lengths, and this is the one I liked. I wanted to leave this case in without cutting it off. I did one that was wider, I did some that was tighter, but this is where I wanted to be. And to me, this is a black and white image all the way. Boom, boom, hello. Pump that up a little bit. Clarity, black levels. I'm not touching the fill light in this case. Fill light is a very addicting thing. I used it a few times in a row once, and then I was like, no, I'm not liking that it's losing certain things, and I don't like that. So this is the image that I like. If I was to pick one for photo of the week, it probably would have been this one, just because I love the feel of all the cases here, the guy sitting here just texting, doing what he's doing, and I love that. Same thing, moved my angle to the side, 2 guys were talking, just waiting to play, like it. One of the guys in the band, what am I shooting here? 24 to 70, 2.8 at 35 millimeters. I'm backstage. This guy walks around without shoes and socks on all the time. Dirty feet. Awesome guy. Plays the keyboard, not keyboards, plays the actual piano on stage and harmonica, and it's just a really cool shot. I love this on stage. Great black and white. Great expression looking at me. So that's why we're at the photos of the week, because there's so many of them. And then to kick off the show, Alex from Edward Sharpe, the lead singer, decided to really rile up the crowd, because this is pretty much a rap crowd. They were looking for rappers and art, and he came out and he's like, I have to own the crowd. There's a few things that stood out to me. Look at all the photographers in the pit. You've got a photographer here, here. You got a video guy here. You got a video guy here. You got a video guy here. You got an actual camera guy here. You got the guy shooting for Getty, which I know. And then you got this guy doing the ultimate no-no in my book, which is holding the lens above your head and not even looking and spraying and praying and hoping that you get an amazing shot. My opinion, not a big fan of that. Oh well, that's what it is. Here's another shot from the pit, or of the pit. This is because I'm on stage. I have a higher angle. By the way, with a higher angle, I'm able to get up higher from being on stage and get more of the crowd in there, which makes the image look more epic. It makes it look larger than if I was in the pit just shooting up and having all sky in the background. It kind of ruins it, but being on stage is what saved that image. The pit, I did this just to show different people in there. I like seeing these people and seeing what they're doing while they're in the pit and how they're shooting. I still don't understand this one. I'm going to have to ask them, if you have a vertical release, why are you turning it this way? But that's just me. Another shot, this time with the 24 to 70. I thought it was a cool angle. Didn't want to go fisheye. Didn't want to go 14 to 24. This really gives you the feel that there's a lot of people there. This is the place to be to watch a show. Just another shot from stage, not in the pit, because you can see people in the pit would get in the way. I did this because the guy was shooting video with his Canon, which actually looks like a really cool angle there, even though he's holding it up and not looking. But I thought that would be cool. Maybe even a Canon head. I'm going to send that over to Canon right now. That's what I'm going to do. And then, just a fisheye. I actually went out there while they're playing. I tend to do this. If the lead singer goes out into the crowd, everybody's watching him. So I use that opportunity to step right into the middle of the stage and get close and get the angle that I want and get the picture that I want. So that's what I got there. And then Esperanza Spalding. This is a shot that I love. Another one that I could have picked for photo of the week, but this is meant to be in black and white. She is a jazz player, a jazz singer. So I think she's self-taught. I'm not even sure, but she won the Grammy for Best New Artist this year, and you know, this is just a thick, awesome black and white image. I mean, I can't even go too far. You can go too far with the black levels, but I don't mind that I'm losing detail in the afro. It's all about her face. It's all about how sharp that is. And it's all about this image of her playing the bass. Both hands in there. Of course, like I cut her elbow off right there. But you know what? To me, it's about the expression on her face. I've got her hands in there playing the bass, which is what she's known for. And boom, boom, boom. Wiz Khalifa. He sings gold and black, yellow and black, black and yellow. I think it's black and yellow. 23-year-old rapper, flavor of the week right now. That's about it. Tight shot. Hey, look, it's me. And then the hey, look, I'm singing. I'm rapping. I have a lot of tattoos. The bass coming out of this was great. I love those the sounds that come out of there. But the strongest images here, Esperanza Spalding right here. Love this one. Love this one of Ariel Pink. Love this. Love that. And that's what I'm going to leave it at. So, you know, it's more than one photo of the week. It's photos of the week, just so you can see what I was shooting when I was hired to go do a job. You can see on-stage stuff, tight stuff, wide stuff, a big, huge spread of everything that can make... You know, my job is to deliver too many good shots to the client so that there's so many good shots that they have a tough time picking the ones they really want to use. That is what my goal is when I go out to shoot. I want to over-deliver quality images. I don't care how many I shoot because I try not to overshoot. You know, and I don't put a number on how many I'm going to deliver. I am going to deliver you the good images from the day. That's what I'll do. I'm not going to put a number on it, and I'm not going to guarantee you how many shots I'm going to deliver. I'm going to shoot what's there, and if it's 20 shots that it ends up being, because that's all I was able to do, like I did the first show, I think I delivered them 32 pictures because I only was able to shoot the first 3 songs of each band, and they were extremely happy with what I gave them in those 32 images. To me, it's quality over quantity, and that's what it's all about. That is the photos of the week. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.